from scratch. So you are in for a session that will heal your business and help it succeed. Stay tuned. You are in for a session that will heal your business and help it succeed. Stay tuned. You are in for a session that will heal your business and help it succeed. Stay tuned.
All right, good morning, wonderful people. Good morning this morning. Good morning, Nasarawa State. Good morning, Abuja. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, world. My name is Ohima Abraham, and I'm coming your way again with wonderful, exciting information that will transform you and make you, your business, your career a better one. Okay? This is Business Clinic with Ohima Abraham. Here in Business Clinic, we help business and career people to gain clarity, to start and grow highly profitable business brands and careers, okay? And that is what we're going to be doing for the next about 30 minutes of our time. The weather is cold. I hope the words that I'll share with you today will help to warm up not just your heart, but your home, your finances, and all around you this morning, okay? This morning, I'm coming your way with a new series I want to begin today. I want to talk today on what I call get skilled or get killed. Get skilled or get killed is actually the title of one of my books, and I feel it's important at this point in time that people begin to understand the importance of skills in moving from a struggling life to a life of success and significance. There are a lot of people who are struggling today, who are suffering, that their story can change forever by acquiring skills, okay? So that's what I want to talk about today, how that you can upscale your life, how that you can change your story by acquiring skills. Skills are very important, all right? And the truth is, in the world we're living in today, in the 21st century world we're living in today, if you don't get skilled, you could get killed. You could get killed by joblessness. You could get killed by poverty. You could get killed by stagnation in your place of work. So we don't want that to happen to you. We don't want all the woes of lacking a skill to happen to you. We don't want you to live a life of struggling. I don't want that for you. And that is why this morning I want to share with you how you can begin to get yourself skilled. What people are looking for in the place of work is skills. They will rather give someone who has a skill the job than give someone who doesn't have the skill. It's not enough for you to say, I'm a graduate. A lot of people deceive themselves today. They say, oh, I'm a graduate. Some even go further to get a master's, but they don't have skills. It doesn't matter how many masters you've gotten. If you lack skill, you are not a master. What makes you a master is the skills that you have mastered, okay? That's what makes you a master. You cannot say you have certificates and not have certificates. There's what we call certificates. That means what you sabi do, what you know how to do. That is what pays you in the world we're living in today. Yesterday, I was at a friend's office, called me to help with some interview, and I interviewed about 10 persons yesterday, and from all the interview we did, you could tell that only 3 persons scaled through, all right? When I was done, I gave him my list and I said, well, I think these are the 3 persons that scaled through from this interview of about 9 persons we interviewed. And the truth is that they needed more than that 3 persons, but only 3 persons showed significant result or significant reason why they should be recruited. And what are the reasons? One of the main reasons we selected those 3 persons was because they have the requisite skills. All right, there are skills that makes you required, that makes you the right person for the job. Forget about this concept of who you know. Yes, it's good to know people, especially in this part of the world we live in Nigeria and this part of the world, it's good to know people. But let me say this to you. It doesn't matter who you know. What will keep you there is what you can do, your skills. I'll give an instance. Let's say you knew somebody in the past administration, and because of that, you were able to get into some places, you got your way and all of that. Now that that administration is gone, what will determine, excuse me, what will determine if you're going to remain there is the value that you are contributing to the system. If you are no longer contributing value, the person that brought you is out. They have no choice than to send you out. Okay? So what will keep you wherever you go to in life are skills. You need to understand the importance of skills. And parents, you need to learn the importance of teaching your children skills. You need to learn the importance of helping them acquire skills. All right? Don't say, well, you are in school. Sometimes I hear some young people come around and say, sir, I really want to learn skills, but my dad said I should finish school first. What school are you finishing? All right? The question I keep asking them is, what school does your dad want you to finish? Is it the school that when you finish, there's no job waiting for you? Is that the school he wants you to finish? You don't need to finish school to learn skills. As a matter of fact, there are a lot of young people I know today who pay their own school fees because of the skills they've acquired. I know of a particular young man, I taught graphic design years ago, and today he has paid his way through school, all right, because of the skill he learned. So don't deceive your children, parents, by telling them, go to school, get a good grade, and when you get a good grade, you get a good job. That's the lies. Those are the lies your parents told you. Now, don't tell our own generation those lies, okay? Don't come and tell us those lies, that go to school, get a good grade. Yes, it's good to get a good grade, but good grades don't work anymore. Good grades are not enough, okay? It's good to have good grade, like the young lady in Unilag that scored 5 points, a first class graduate. But let me tell you the truth. You'll be amazed that in spite of that first class graduate she had, it may be difficult to get a job. I know what I'm saying because I'm into recruitment. I recruit for a lot of organizations. Okay, it might be difficult for her to get a job if all she has is just that academic knowledge. In the workplace, academic knowledge is not enough. You need skills. You need expert knowledge. You need to be able to use tools. You need to be able to use gadgets. You need to be able to solve problems with the skills that you know. Okay, you cannot impress people in your workplace by your verbosity, by your knowledge. It is what you can do that would solve the problem. Okay, so I want to begin to talk to you how skill is important, how the different types of skills we have, how you can begin to learn these skills, acquire these skills. And the truth is that every now and then you should be learning new skills. All right, learning new skills. This past week I learned a new skill that has improved what I'm doing today. Okay, that has improved what I'm doing. Every now and then, every month, as to be specific, you should be learning a new skill. Now you say, why? Excuse me. Why should I be learning a new skill? I'm going to share with you some reasons why you should be learning a new skill, why you should be upskilling yourself, why you should be filling your skill gaps. Because every one of us, whether we like it or not, we have one skill gap or the other that we must fill. So how do you go about filling your skill gap? I'm going to be sharing all of that with you as we proceed in Business Lane in the coming week. But today, I want to share with you why you need to acquire new skills. Like I said, the title of what I'm sharing with you is Get Skilled or Get Killed. If you don't get skilled, you could get killed in the world we are living in, the economy we are living in, okay? If you go to every organization, there are different type of workers, different type of skilled workers. There are skilled workers who work with their legs. They are the least paid. They do their work with their legs. You have the messengers, the drivers. Their goal is to move people from one point, or move people or resources or materials from one point to the other. All right? You have people like the driver, those who open the gate, the security and all of that. They have their own pay structure. They are the least paid in every organization. All right? Then you have those who work with their hands. There are skills that you use your hands. For instance, if you go to a bank, you have the cashiers, the tellers. They are the ones that receive money from you, ensure the money is complete, count the money, putting your records in place and all of that. Those are hand workers. They are skills that requires the use of your hand. Those ones earn more than those who just use their leg, who just move around. All right? Then there's a higher level of skills, which we call the head workers. These are people who have trained their heads to be able to deliver results, to think strategically, to think tactically. That is where you have the executives. That is where you have the managers. And guess what? In every organization, these are the people that earn the highest because they've been able to learn skills that requires the use of their head. But you see, people don't want to learn skills that are difficult because they say, oh, it's difficult. Like the other day during the week, I was teaching one of my students Excel, teaching the student how to use Excel. And I paused and I thought for a while. And I said, sir, do you know that a lot of people run away from Excel? They'll say, oh, I will learn Microsoft Word, I'll learn Power. Sometimes you do interview and and hear people, I ask them, what can you do with computer? I say, oh, sir, I know Microsoft. And I said, what do you know about Microsoft? He said, I know Microsoft Office. I said, okay, what packages in Microsoft Office can you use? And you hear them say, I can use Word, I can use PowerPoint. I said, what about Excel? They say, actually, that Excel thing, I didn't learn it. Do you know why they didn't learn it? Because they felt it was difficult. And the truth is this, if you keep doing easy things, life will keep getting difficult for you. Take note of that. If you want to keep doing easy things, you want to learn easy skills, things that everybody is doing, life will be difficult for you. I'm not praying for you, but I'm just telling you the reality of life. Those who learn hard skills, those who learn skills that takes time and sometimes takes money to learn, are the ones that life favors the more. Sometimes I see people who come around and say, sir, I want to learn skills, teach me skills. And you ask them, what are you ready to pay? What price are you ready to pay in terms of time, in terms of money? And they are not ready to be committed. Some of them don't even want to put in the time. Some of them don't want to put in the money to learn skills. And you wonder, how far can this person go? Okay? Like yesterday during the interview, I said I had at a friend's office, recruiting for the friend. There's a young man who came, and I was really touched. Whenever I do interview, especially when I interview young people, I end up turning the interview to counseling session, to coaching session, just trying to talk to them on how to take their life seriously. And I was talking with this young man during the interview, and he said to me that he wants something that he can do before he gets writes JAMB again. And I said, did you write this past JAMB? He said, yes. And I said, you failed? He said, yes. And I said, why did you fail? And obviously, he was trying to dodge. I said, no, you have to tell me why you failed. He said, because he did not prepare. I said, that is the simple reason you failed. You see a lot of people who say they failed JAMB, and they say all manner of excuses. The reason you failed is because you did not prepare. If you prepared for JAMB, you will pass it. And I asked him, how old are you? And he said, he's 32. I said, 32? You are still thinking of how to write JAMB? At 32, I was amazed. At 32, you are still thinking of how to write down. You are not even prepared, still failing JAMB at 32. I told him, I said, something is obviously wrong. And I asked him, myself and my friend were interviewing, we asked him a question, okay, now that you are not in school by 32, you are not a graduate, you are still trying to write JAMB, what skills do you have? And he said he knows how to do shoes. And I said, what kind of shoes? So I showed him a shoe I was wearing. I was wearing a sneakers that was done by a guy in the plaza where my office is. And I asked him, can you do something like this? And he said, no. I said, so when you say you can do shoe, what kind of shoe are you talking about? He said, well, I can do palm slippers and easy wears. And I looked at him, I said, well, the reason you are doing easy wear because it's easy to do. Anybody can put an easy wear together. But how about you take that skill further? How about you learn how to do sneakers like this? And I told him how much I paid the guy that did the sneakers. I told him, will anybody pay you that amount for easy wear and palm slippers? I said, no. I said, so why not take this skill seriously and learn the hard part of this skill so that you can make better money from this skill? But the truth is this, many don't want to do the hard thing. And this generation we're in today, we have a lot of people who want products but don't want process. They want to eat eba, but they don't want to boil water. All right? They want to use normal water to make eba. It does not work. To get the product of eba, you must boil water to 100 degrees centigrade. Anything less than that, you're not going to get eba. That is how life is. You must be willing to put in the effort to learn skills. You must be willing to. You need to wake up. I'm sure I'm talking to somebody today that is just sleeping away his life. You see, you've not gotten admission and you're not doing anything, you're wasting your life. Even if you're in school, that's not an excuse to say because I'm in school, that is why I don't have any skill. That's why I'm not doing anything. You will regret it when you graduate. I'm telling you, I can assure you that. That thing you are doing right now, you think you are catching fun. You are not learning skills. You are not upskilling. You are not developing yourself. You will certainly regret it when you are out of school. Because you're going to meet us when you come for a job. And we're going to tell you to your face, you did not prepare. All right? There are a lot of people that miss many opportunities because they don't have the skill. Opportunities are bound in our world. For instance, the other day, I got a call from a friend of mine who said he was invited by a company to come train, one top company in Abuja, to come train their people. And he said, sir, I know you are an expert in this and I want you to come with me. As a matter of fact, I will just introduce you and you do the training. It's a 2-day training. And guess what? I'm preparing for that to go do the training. Do you know the reason he called me? Because he knows I'm an expert in that area. He knows I'm skilled in that area. What do people know you to be skilled in? What can people call you to solve? What problems can they call you to solve? What skills have you developed into yourself that can be a game changer for you? When opportunities come, what skills will secure that opportunity for you? It's not enough to say, well, I'm educated. You are only schooled. If you are a graduate, you are not educated. You are only schooled. Education means, it's from the word educo. It means to edify yourself. It means to build yourself from inside out. It means to develop your potentials. And if you've not done that into skills, you're not educated, okay? So don't deceive yourself. And there's another category of people I want to address. Those who say, I'm talented, I'm gifted. It's not enough to be gifted. You can be a gifted singer and be very broke. Nobody knows you. There are people that sing more than Davido. There are people that sing more than Burna Boy and the rest of them. If you hear them, they sing very well. But they've not learned the skill. They've not turned that gift to a skill. People don't pay you for your gifts. They pay you for your skills. All right? People can get excited with your gifts, but they won't pay you. They pay you when you're able to turn that gift into a skill. And that requires training. That it requires coaching. That requires mentoring. That requires paying a price. And the question is, are you ready to pay that price? The sad reality is that many are not ready to pay the price. They rather allow things to continue the way they're going. You're a married man. Things are not going well in your family. You've been sacked. And instead of you to go upskill yourself, you are sitting down praying to God that one day a miracle will happen. Yes, the miracle can happen if you join God to make it happen. If you join God to make it happen by learning a skill, okay? So I want to share with you quickly why you need to learn skills. I have about 10 minutes left to do that. So I just want to share with you some quick points why it's important you learn skills. Why it's important you teach your children, empower them. The holiday is coming right now. What plans do you have to encourage your children to learn skills? Don't say, well, I don't pay their school fees, I don't try. No, it's not enough. It's not enough, because that school fees you are paying when they come out of school, they're going to be broke. They are going to be broker than you. If there's a word like that, they're going to be more broke than you. And that's why you see parents today who have kids who have graduated and they are still feeding them. That's a shame. You have kids who have graduated, you are feeding them at home, you are giving them clothing, giving them housing, giving them everything. And they are graduates. They graduated, they've done their youth service, they are with you in the house. It's a shame. You should push them out to go learn skills. And if they refuse to learn skills, send them out of your home. Don't breed mediocrity. Don't breed nonsense. Don't rear children, raise children. I'm talking to parents. The difference between rearing children and raising parents, when you rear children, you feed them, pay their school fees, send them through school. But when you raise children, you empower them. You help them to discover themselves. You help them to develop their potentials. You help them to deploy those potentials and become important people in society. and solve problems for society. That is how to raise kids these days. Okay, so quickly, I'll give you some that I can give you today. Then next week we'll continue. Okay, the first reason why you need to learn skills is increased employability. It increases your chances of getting a job. If you're a youth corper listening to me right now, go and learn skills. Don't finish service and carrying paper everywhere. Nobody is interested in your paper. There are people that I will give job to even without seeing their paper. If I see what they can do, I'll give them the job. There are young people who graduated and don't have a discharge certificate yet. They've not even gone for youth service. Some of them are even considering now if they should go for youth service or not. I gave them jobs, recruited them for organizations because I saw that they had skills these organizations were looking for. All right? So when you acquire skills, you improve your employability. You improve your chances of getting a job. Stop believing that lie that there are no jobs. There are jobs. There are jobs. The problem is that many people out there lack the skills that these jobs are looking for. Okay? So number one is that it improves your employability. Number two is that it brings about career advancement. It brings about career advancement. There are a lot of people today who are stagnated on the job. They are no longer moving forward. They are no longer, their employer no longer finds them interesting. And let me say this to you. It's either you are moving forward on the job or you are going backwards. You may not know it, but let me shock you. When they start downsizing, like many organizations are going to start doing right now because of the subsidy thing, because it's very challenging right now keeping the organization in place. A lot of business owners right now are going through turbulent times. And you are not improving yourself. You are just okay where you are. You're not learning new skills. You're not learning how things can be done in another place in the organization. But you are just comfortable where you are. You cannot gain progression. You cannot be promoted. And when it's time to downsize, guess what? You'll be among the first on that list that they'll send out. I'm not praying for you. Neither am I cursing you. I'm just telling you the stark reality that many close their eyes to. Some people close their eyes to reality until it's too late. So, upskill yourself. On that job you are doing right now, upskill yourself. Become more relevant. It will bring about career progression. So that while they are sacking others, they are promoting you. Alright? Because no organization wants to lose a skilled worker. No organization. No organization wants to do that. Then the third reason you need to learn skill is increased confidence. Increased confidence. All right. The other day, a doctor, a lecturer came to our office and said that she wants to learn Microsoft Office. And I was like, wow, really? She said yes. She said because now she's advancing in her job, in her career. She's a senior lecturer right now. She goes to different places for presentations, for lectures, and all of that. And it will be a thing of shame that she cannot operate the common tool, Microsoft Office. So what does that mean? She needs to boost her confidence. She needs to learn skills so that when she goes somewhere, she will be able to operate her computer herself, not looking for who to operate it for her. So learning skills boosts your confidence. Try it. Learn new skills. Learn relevant skills. You realize that when it's time to talk in public, you talk better. For instance, when I was growing up in school, when I got into school, I had a problem doing public speaking. As a matter of fact, when I go to a place, people actually thought that I was very quiet. They didn't know that I was just stupid. I was not quiet. I was just being foolish. So when I go to a place, when it's time to talk, I'll say no. Someone has said my mind. It's not true. It's because I lack public speaking ability, public speaking skills. So I always keep quiet. And people mistook me that I was quiet. I wasn't quiet. I'm not a quiet person. Yes, I could be calm if I want to, but I'm not a quiet person. But because of that, people thought I was quiet. Because I was not confident enough to speak in public, to talk boldly. And let me ask you a question. Can you speak in public? If you are given a mic right now, to speak where you don't know anybody, can you speak? It's something you have to learn. I realized that as a teenager in school, and I realized that I had to do something quickly. I had to learn public speaking. And today I speak in the presence of almost anybody. I can speak anywhere. I'm not boasting. I'm just simply telling you by God's grace what learning skills has done for me. I've spoken before white people, I've spoken before Asians, I've spoken before different kind of people. I've spoken in board meetings, I've spoken to all manner of people because I learned that skill. It's not magic. You are not born with it. Some people think, oh, some people are born with some things. No, you are not born with some things. You learn them. You acquire them. All right? And skills are some of those things that you acquire. All right? The number 4 reason why you need to learn skills is adaptability to change. Learning skills makes it easy for you to adapt to change. I'll give you an example. Years ago, there was nothing called a computer in most banks. What they had was typewriter. I remember years ago, you go to a bank, it's just a typewriter. You have typists. Those were the champions those days. But you see, things started changing, computers started coming, and some of those typists refused to learn computer. It was very easy for them to learn because it was almost the same system, just that this one is electronic. But they refused to learn, while others went to learn, upgrade themselves. And guess what? When banks started deploying computers and typewriters were no longer needed, so also the typists were no longer needed. So when you learn new skills, it helps you to adapt to change. Okay, it helps you to adjust when your organization is going through change. Maybe they brought in new technology and new stuff like that. It helps you to adapt to change easily. Okay, that is one of the benefits of learning new skills. Then also, it brings about entrepreneurial success for entrepreneurs, business people. You cannot be a business person and not be skilled. You don't know how to use social media. You don't know how to use Microsoft Office. You don't know how to use the internet. You don't know how to use email. And you say you are a business person, and you say you want partners in China. How are you going to communicate with them, sir? How are you going to email them? The Chinese man will tell you, send me an email. How are you going to send an email when you don't even know what an email is? He will tell you, let's do Skype. How are you going to do Skype? Or let's do Zoom. How are you going to do Zoom if you don't know how to do it? So even if you're an entrepreneur, you need to upskill yourself. You need to learn skills, okay? You need to learn skills. So today, we looked at some reasons why you need to learn skills, and those reasons are powerful. Next week, I'm going to continue on more reasons why you need to learn skills. Then the other week, I'm going to show you some skills you can begin to learn and how you can begin to learn them. Because of time, there's so little we can do. There's so little we can cover. But if you're interested in learning skills, you're interested in upskilling yourself, either digital skill or soft skill, that's communication skill, public speaking skills, team working skills, leadership skill, management skill, marketing skills. If you're interested in learning any of these skills, reach out to me. If you are watching on Facebook, my handle on Facebook is Ohimai Abraham, Ohimai, then Abraham. You can follow me on Facebook. If you are listening on radio, follow me on Facebook. I share a lot of values on my page every day that can change your life. All right? Ohimai is my name, Ohimai, then Abraham. Search me on Facebook, search me on Instagram, on Twitter, or any of these social media platforms. You'll find me there sharing value that can transform your life forever. Then if you want to reach out to me, you can call me on 080 9867 5198. That's the number. You can reach me. You can call me after the program. You can send me SMS. You can send me a WhatsApp message. The number again is 080 9867 5198. 080 9867 5198. That's the number to reach me through. If you want to learn skills, wherever you are, I can teach you skills. Last month, I trained 2 persons in UK on graphic design and social media marketing. They're in UK and I'm here. And I trained them on those skills. So distance is not an issue, okay? Distance is no longer an issue. So I want to encourage you to do something with what you've learned today. All right? Till we meet again next week. This is Business Clinic, and I'm your business coach and consultant, Ohimai Abraham. I equip workplace and marketplace leaders with the requisite skills, the requisite knowledge and experience they need to grow their influence and affluence in the corporate world. All right. If you got blessed by this broadcast today, tell your friends about it. To listen to MBS Solid FM every Saturday by 9 a.m. to 9:30. I'll be here talking with you. Then if you watch online, follow me online, share the video, and let your friends get to know about it. Until next week, remain blessed and keep growing. God bless you. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Business Clinic. This program was brought to you by InfoQuest Consulting in partnership with Solid 92.5 FM. We believe you have been inspired and would like to get your feedback on how we've impacted your business and job. For sponsorship and partnership, please call or send a WhatsApp message on 080-9867-5198. You can also follow us on Facebook at Ohimai Abraham Coaching or at InfoQuest Consulting. Our office is located at Suite A305 AGY Plaza, just above Bakangizo Supermarket, Kefi, Nasero State. Business Clinic, helping your business succeed.